Yes, thank you for tuning into Breaking New Grounds. I'm your host, Mercedes. Today we're gonna revisit when I first started. Um, I have Randy Jones here. If you remember, Randy Jones is an actor, writer, director, and he started his career, his acting career, back in 2001. And he first started as a video cameraman, and then he directed for Church Sherman music videos on new and upcoming recording artists. So today I brought Randy back to the station because when I started, we started talking about his success, and I remember when I ended the show, I said to him that we need to be nicer to our neighbors. Do you remember that, Mr. Randy?
Yes, I remember that. First, I want to say our condolences and our prayers and our hearts goes out to all of the families and the victims of the families who have lost loved ones in Hurricane Sandy and lost their house and everything. And really, it's really been a catastrophe here in the tri-state area of New York, Jersey, and other parts of the world, United States. And we just want to let y'all know that our love go out to y'all, and we got you in our prayers.
Definitely. And we're also going to give out some resources. Um, First, I will start with the real number for FEMA is 1-800-621-3362. Um, if you have flood insurance or anything like that, you can contact them to find out exactly what you're entitled to. So that number again is 1-800-621-3362. Um, Randy, do you have any resources as
Yes,
well?
we got some. I got a couple of resources. If you're in the, I don't know that you know exactly where you're living at. If you're in Staten Island or Manhattan or Brooklyn, anywhere, there's a couple of places you can go to that come out to go and eat, free meals, free clothing, shelter, and everything. I know in this time that we're having this tragedy time with the hurricane season, a lot of people's right now homeless and everything. There's one place I know about. It's in New York City, in Manhattan. It's called St. Bartholomew Church. Is down on 51st Street between Lex and Park Avenue. And there's another place that I know about is in it's over there on 112th Street in Harlem, right off of Broadway. They give out food, shelter. For the first one I told you, you could go there like Monday through Friday between 5:30 p.m. and 6:30 p.m. Take the 6 train. You're in New York City to 51st Street and just walk right up the block. It can't miss. It's like one of the biggest churches in Midtown Manhattan. The other one, just take the 1 train to 116th train, just walk down to 114. And I've got a couple other places I'm gonna share with y'all later on in the show as we get into it.
Yes, and I just want to let a few of you know about gasbuddy.com/Sandy. Those of you that do not have gas or are having trouble getting gas, you can find the closest one to you that what they're actually offering is 10 gallons of free gas per person. So that is gasbuddy.com/Sandy. So let's not get all crazy over the gas situation. I know everybody needs it for transportation and just to have it in a situation. I know that there's a snowstorm coming as well. So let's just be mindful and be nicer to our neighbors. As I said before, I revisited that because you never know when you're pushed against the wall and that person that is a stranger,
Exactly.
is there to aid you. So let's be nicer, whether it's good morning or how you doing. I think that's very
Exactly.
important. So
And
especially right now, it's a good time.
and truth to be told, Mercedes, I want to say this. It seems like every time, I don't know about every other state, I only go by what I see on the news, or on the radio, or on the internet, but it seems like every time New York comes through a catastrophe or a tragedy, like that's the time we all get together and start to love each other. It's almost like every year Christmas comes, everybody start giving gifts, and everybody love each other. And then the next day after Christmas, oh, I'm back to hating you again. No, we should be like that consistently. I mean, consistently, we should always be like that. And I gotta say like this, I say especially in the urban Black and Hispanic communities. You know, we should be like that consistently, not just when something bad happens, we all come together, because, you know, it should be like that on an ongoing basis.
Absolutely. And I just have to go back to when I first said, let's be nicer to our neighbors. Randy Jones jumped in and said, well, this is New York. But um, yeah, you even in New York, you know, and more so because, you know, it's very diverse. It's the most
Yes, it
diverse
is
place.
in the world.
I wouldn't say in the world, but especially in America, it's like, you know, it's very, very diverse. And yeah, we do. You know, everybody has different cultures. They come in with different backgrounds, and but it doesn't mean that we're not all human. And that's the part that I'm trying to have. You know, me, myself, and others to tap into the human part. You know, so we
Yes,
are all human, and we all know that that we can't do it alone. Is basically the moral of that.
exactly.
And also, we are also aware of this election also coming up.
Oh
And
yes.
so I
I'm going
did.
for. I ain't gonna say what I'm going for, but.
But if you
Oh
need to
yes.
find out where you need to go and vote, if you hit me up on Facebook, you will see that I'm actually with the carpooling of helping people get out to vote. Um, my number is up there on Facebook. You can look up Mercedes on Facebook, and you will see my number for those that are in Manhattan or Lower Manhattan and need a ride to come up. And if you don't know how or where is a close place for you to go and vote, we got 1866 our vote, and that's where you can go and find out the local places that are open close to you to go out and vote. This is the most important election I've ever I've lived to see. You know, so yes,
This is
we
big.
definitely need
This is.
to pull together in so many aspects, and at so many angles things are coming at us. So before we get back into the further resources that we're going to be given, I would like to find out what's new and what's going on with Randy Jones now. I know he has some new artists and things coming up.
Yeah, got a couple of things going on. One of the things I didn't talk about, well, I just recently shot a music video for a new and upcoming artist by the name of Chisholm Harlem Brown. If you out there, hello, how you doing? We shot this video here in New York in a couple of areas. It's a love song. It's real good. It's real heart touching. It's actually expressing herself towards someone she loves, who she's in love with. So I came out there with my directing skills, directing and filming it. Also, we got a new TV show coming up. We're going to be doing a couple new TV shows called Sherry, played by Miss Actress, which she'll be on the air soon, Sheree Vaughn, you know, from South Carolina, actually from New York, but live in South Carolina, written by Jeanette Davis and myself. And also I'm working on another show called The Sheldon Place, starring Sheldon P. Henry. And I'm doing my movie. And right now I'm putting that together myself at this moment with my editor as well.
And who's the editor? The editor is the hardest job.
Well, I have a good editor. He's named by the name Perry L. Duff. He's a very good professional editor. He put the special effects. I call him like my urban Steven Spielberg. He put like a special effects in when I do the editing. I do editing as well. Editing is very hard. I'm just learning some of the editing techniques. I'm not a professional at the moment, but I'm, you know, pretty good to put my stuff together to be able to have somebody look and say, wow, I like that.
That's great. That's great.
It's a good movie we're doing.
Yeah, and is that like action?
That's an action film. I'm not gonna get too much about the movie. I can just let you know that it's an action movie by an African American female by the name of Demi Davis. Hello, Miss Davis, if you're out there. She plays a young lady that has this costume on, and when she puts on the costume, she's just furious. She goes around protecting people from crime, beating up on bullies, from them bullying other people, and just really expressing herself and how she feels in protecting this country.
That's
It's
great.
called Furious Woman, Lady of Rage.
Furious.
Yes, Furious Woman, Lady of Rage. It's a comic book movie, original comic book, one of its kind. I'm not gonna get too much about it, but it's a good movie. I'm having a lot of fun filming it. Written by me, directed by me, and starring a new cast of people coming up. and everything that's going to be in the film. Took a lot of hard work. This is straightly original. Took me like about 6 to 8 months to write this film and put it together. Did a lot of casting. We're still shooting it. You know, movies, people think that movies may take a little time. No, movies take a while. You got people that shot movies like in the late '90s, still filming it, haven't came out yet. They take a while, but I love doing it. I love working with Demi. She's a good person. She's very good people. We met at a fashion show some time ago, and I just said, "Hey, I like you to work with me. I like to, like to have you to act." And she's starred in a couple of things I've done in my comedy. Then I said, "I'm doing an action movie. I think you'll be good for it." And she said, "Okay, sure." And she just started doing it, and bam, when she comes out, I'm telling you. I'm gonna let y'all know, I'm not trying to degrade no actress or actors or anything, but it's nothing like Catwoman or anything. You know, it's a whole different breed of talent.
Wow.
Okay.
And where is it actually that you know select the talent to act in your shows, and how if someone outside wanted to get into that, like what
Well,
steps would they have to take?
well, far as with me, I mean, as a director, we spot talent a mile away. We can look at you and say, okay, Mercedes, I'd like you to be a cop. Joe, I'd like you to be a doctor. You'll fit good in this part. I usually spot talent out. You know, when I go places, like if I'm at a, like, 'cause I do film by actor as well. So if I'm acting on somebody else's project, and if we had a couple of other actors and actresses and the models, I said, listen, I'm doing my own thing, I'm having an audition. I would like for you to come audition for me. So sure, here's my information, and we exchange network. Then I will also put up ads on the internet, and I get a lot of my actors and actresses like that. And also I get referrals. What I mean by referrals, people I work with, and I know they said, well, I got somebody that's into acting. I told them about you. They said, well, I work with you. Okay, fine, no problem. And I have them to come on. In fact, I have one guy that's going to be working with us, supposed to be working with us, is he's from the former singer group called the Force MDs. He's one of the lead singers by the name of Jesse Daniels. Okay, I spoke with him a couple of times, met him by my good friend, Mr. Sheldon P. Henry of the Wu-Tang Clan. And he's going to be coming aboard working with us as well. So we got a pretty good cast. So that's truthfully how I normally get my cast.
That's great, you know. And first I would like to say congratulations that all of this is going on.
Yeah,
And
thanks. It's a lot of hard work, but
yeah, I was just getting ready to ask, like, you know, when you're going into to making your own movies, directing your own movies. I know the budget is.
yeah, well, we're not gonna talk about budget, right?
And I
We
know
don't do it.
it's gotta take a lot of endorsements and stuff
Yes,
like
yes,
that.
a lot
You
of
know.
promotion. I'm promoting it right now, and I mean, budget's like the main thing, because like they always say, everything is money, especially in this business. But the budget, yeah, it's gonna take something, but we're gonna come through with this. And one thing I really like is that I'm really am blessed and talented and gifted from God with this talent I do as a writer, director, producer. Because years ago when I first got into business, I never wanted to like at first do my own stuff.
Right.
At first, I wanted to work for somebody else. And then maybe down the road, I can, perhaps do my own stuff, maybe 10, 20, 30 years later. But unfortunately, with a lot of denial, rejection, and stuff like that, we're not going to go into from the last interview, based on the last interview, I pretty much had to kind of get up and do things on my own.
Right.
My dad always told me this before he had passed: if you want something done, you got to do it on your own. I had to learn that the hard way, but now I know. And I try to encourage everybody else who's upcoming, do your own stuff. And then people making movies with their cell phone, making millions of dollars. I say, hey, go for it, do it. I'm encouraged.
Yeah, that's just like the saying. If you want something done, you
You
gotta
gotta do it
yourself.
yourself. And it's better doing it yourself, because you know why? You're the boss, you call the shots, you come in when you want, you do as you want. And, you have a good time doing it.
Right, it's great. So if all you listeners, if you just tuned in, it's Breaking New Grounds is the show, and I'm your host Mercedes, and today my guest is Randy Jones. We revisited some of the topics that we last ended with the last interview that me and him did. And if you would like to comment or call and ask any questions, the number is 212-650-6903. The number is 212-650-6903.
Yeah, call it. I want to hear from you.
So we're gonna get into this next song, and we'll be right back. Yes, back into the Breaking New Grounds. I'm your host, Mercedes. Today my guest is Randy Jones. We visited some of the things that we discussed our last interview, and we're moving forward. We will also come back with more resources. Just before we close, we'll just give out a little bit more resources that we have. First, I would like to ask Randy, and if you just tuned in again, the number to call in is 212-650-6903. And this is Breaking Ground, WHCR 90.3 FM. And back to Randy. Randy, you were talking before about basically that you started off with the as an extra or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
When I first started in this business, like most actors and actresses and models, I started off doing background. I was an extra, and I kind of wanted to do more. I mean, every now and then I may do that a little bit here and there, but I pretty much wanted to go further in my career. I didn't want to continue to just do extra, and that's it. So I started to develop a certain interest of wanting to do speaker roles. So then I just started writing my own stuff, and from there, that's what I'm continuing to do.
great. We just got a caller. Trying to find out if our caller is on the air. Sheree Vaughn, are you with us? Sheree? Sheree, are you with us? Hi. I'm great. That's our caller. Just called in. So Sheree, let me just introduce you. Sheree is actually actress, pardon, of Randy Jones, and they're working on new projects. And Sheree Vaughn also has a radio show. Am I correct? Ray, you want to tell us a little bit about that? Great.
Yes.
That's marvelous work. That's what you did is a powerful deed. And I think the media, because media is how, the voices that were once never listened to or heard is actually being heard, and people are that human part that I was talking about, a heart to heart of feeling each other and reaching out and making things happen. Great. Absolutely, that's a beautiful thing. So what was the vision for the radio station, the talk show? That's 100. Absolutely. That's great. Yeah, like, we are all in one way or another, we are like changing.org, like the web that they have out now, changing.org, where it actually, got people that are petitioning and stuff like that. And in a sense, in a way, that's exactly what you are doing through your talk show. Absolutely. I did see an interview with you, and is the guy from the Parkers or the Monique Show? I'm not sure. That was a really okay. Rodney Carey. Okay, that was a really yeah. You went far out, huh? He was talking about it. Tell us a little bit about that. I know that. Okay. Right. Yes, it looked like you had a great time. What's that? Can you give the listeners that website again? Hmm. Great, that's fabulous. Randy, do you want to talk about what the new things that you're doing with Sheree Vaughn?
Well, no, this is Sheree's time to shine. Hello, Sheree. How you doing? What's going on? Well, now we just Sheree and I have been knowing each other for like almost a year or two on Facebook as friends. That's how I first started. And I told her, listen, I'd like to work with you one day or something. I just had that instinct in me. It's like God put us both together for a purpose for this.
Right.
And then I just got this vision. And I said, look, I want to do a show. I see you doing a comedy, you know. And said, okay. And then I just went along, wrote the script, sent it to her. She liked it. And then I had my writer write the rest of them. And bam, we start filming in the next few months. And that's how it's going to be. I'm not going to give too much detail. I like to do things as surprises, you know. So y'all would just have to see. That's all I'm
So
going to say.
give the. Uh-huh. Great. So give the listeners a little bit about how they can uh, log into seeing your movies or anything like that. Is this not?
Yes.
Wow. Absolutely. And where are you premiering at? Okay.
I told you, Sheree, you got to come out here.
Right.
Yeah. She. And also, New York is the mecca for movies, and also I forgot to mention Sheree has also got a little cameo appearance in my movie as well. Okay, so she
Great.
got a little. We back to back with movies.
That's great. That's
You
absolutely
know,
great.
so hey,
Yeah.
exactly.
Absolutely.
Being about our father's business, exactly.
That's
That's
definitely.
right.
So, could you give the listeners again the website for this, for your mhm. And do you have so if someone wants to, be interviewed on your show or anything like that, do you have everything? Great. 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 That is absolutely great. So everybody, you've heard Sheree Vaughn, and she's actually reaching out to people and trying to make people become famous and stuff like that. So definitely check out her website.
To remind you that
Is there
Geico has
anything else that you
delightful
would
customer
like to
service.
let the
We
listeners
have a
know
special
you
video
that you're doing?
just for you. Young collies in love.
Absolutely.
Cue music.
Yeah, that's the first thing we started off with. This, we upcoming with
10 seconds
another
of delight.
snowstorm, not
Geico
the same,
customer service.
but
We can't be happy.
we are really,
Your delight.
really going through some different. It's really tough. Gas is people are homeless. It's really tough. But you know what? One thing is that we are pulling together. So, and yes. Hmm. Wow. Hmm. Yeah, it's like after it left New York, people stopped following Storm Sandy, but I think it was continuing on to Pennsylvania. So I haven't really heard too much about what happened over there. And that I think in New York City it was just like 42 um, bodies that were found, and my condolences go out to them. But I believe we are actually in like 112 now from Sandy. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Mhm. Wow. Wow, that's great. And what is Alexandra Egra kind of? Does he have other stuff out? Net. Mm-hmm. Yeah, internet radio is getting big. It's the new wave. Okay. And the Atomic Studio is exactly where? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Now, I mean, this is your first time going to California as well, right? Wow. Yeah.
You're gonna be okay, Sheree.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you're definitely gonna be all right.
yeah,
Absolutely.
you're gonna be okay. You're gonna love it too. My first trip to California, I loved it. I really loved it. It looked like one big giant Queens or Long Island, but I loved it. I was just making sure I wasn't in the territory with no drive-bys, but I loved it. I loved it. I went to North Hollywood, and I loved it. You're gonna love it when you get out there. The weather and everything.
Mm-hmm.
You're
Yes.
gonna love it. Go to Compton, everywhere. You're gonna love
Yes.
it.
Absolutely. Yes.
I
Yes.
love you also, sis.
Great. Hold on. Let me just give the public announcement. Yes, if you just tuned in, I have this is Breaking New Grounds. I'm your host Mercedes, and I have on the line Sheree Vaughn, who is an actress, and she also has a talk show on the internet. And my guest for today was Randy Jones, and actually Sheree Vaughn is his actress, and they're working on some new projects. And we're going to get back into talking to them about some of the upcoming things that they're doing. And for those that are listening, please call in at 212-650-6903. And again, this is WHCR 90.3 FM. Yes, Sheree. So, California is the great, great move.
It's New
Cali.
York. Yeah, it's
No, I
Cali.
would. I think Cali. Yeah, Cali it's known to get people, up in the career. It's if you make it in New York, as they say, you can make it anywhere. But sometimes you have to come out of your home, your own ground to successfully make it, and
Comfort zone.
I think that's the journey that you're taking, and I think you're going to do very, very well. Absolutely, absolutely. Mhm. Yeah. Mhm. Absolutely. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, like, because of the determination, and you're taking your show on the wheels. I mean, you went all the way to Atlanta, and you're interviewing people, so you're doing everything that that could be done. So I know that you're bound for greatness. Absolutely. So tell us a bit about that. What's going on with the what's tell us a bit about what it was, like working with him and stuff like that. And you're continuing working with him, right? You haven't have you finished the show, the movie yet?
No, well, we're casting now. I already got one person for the cast of the show, and by the end of this month, going into December, we're gonna have the whole cast. I actually got two people, including Sheree. So a few more people we're gonna have. Just three or four more main people for the cast, and that'll be it
Great,
for the
great.
direct cast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we're gonna play one song. Stay on the line, and we're gonna be right back. Yes. We got another caller. Hello, caller. Are you there? Hi. How are you? We're hanging in there. Would you just please give everyone your name and where you're calling from?
Hello,
Okay.
Eva Laura. How you doing? How is it in Atlanta? You still down there? Okay, let's stay down there. That's good. Warm
That's
and
great.
cloudy. Okay, that's great. Well, yeah, Eva Laura is one of my newest actresses gonna be working with me. She's more than just an actress. She's an actress. She's a model. She a singer working on an album. She does it all. And she's actually starred in two episodes of the show that I'm doing, starring alongside Nefertari Williams, who's actually playing Bernadette. Hello, how have you out there? Okay, so thanks for calling in and showing some love. And you could just, talk and everything.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit how you got into the business. Tell us a little bit about how you got into the business of acting and all of that. Hmm. Stomp the yard. Yes. Yes. Hmm. Hmm. They kind of go hand in hand, the acting and the singing, because you know when you're up performing, it is actually like acting. So it kind of goes hand in hand. It was like inevitable that you would wind up doing both. Yes, definitely. So yes, thanks for calling and showing your support and stuff. And we definitely hope that all is well out there with you and yours and anyone else that you know. You know, they have our condolences, and you know, we're here. You can have them call in. We're going to be giving out some resources about uh, people that are going through some hard times due to the Hurricane Sandy. Yes. Mhm. Mhm. That's great. Yes.
Yes.
I hear you. So you know, and it's crazy that you even mentioned that because in a sense there's a flip side to Sandy. You know, she did create a lot of disastrous and unfortunate. A lot of people died and stuff. But the flip side to that is that I think this storm, why it's so super, is that it actually put a lot of things back into perspective. It actually got people uh, reaching out to other people and helping out and feeling good about doing the right thing again. And I think that is so powerful. You know, the fact that you even went down to Red Cross and what did you do? Donate blood? Oh, okay. You can give back, yeah. Hmm. That's great. So, could you repeat that again for anyone that's listening? Because a lot of people, you know, it affects everybody all over, and what you said was a great resource for our listeners. Right. Mhm. Great, great. Yes, again, thank you for calling. Don't forget to go out there and vote, you know, and, well, great to have to speak to you.
Yes, Evil. I'll
You
see you
too.
on set.
All right.
Introducing Tabasco Buffalo Style. From the new and perfected hot sauce, classic buffalo flavor, with just the right amount of heat. New Tabasco Buffalo Style hot sauce.
Sheree, you still with us? Thank you.
Tabasco.
Yeah, so you want to tell us a little bit more about how you started in this, well, what was first? Was it the acting? Um, Great, wow. Right. That's another show. Yeah, or two. Absolutely. Right, right. Yes. Wow. Great, great.
Mm.
I hear you.
That's
You know,
good.
Randy always talk about Tyler Perry. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
he does. You know, I think he said that. You know, did you work with him or did
No, I
you?
never worked with Tyler Perry. I would like to.
Yeah.
I mean, a few people in New York. I'm not bragging, but a few people in New York had kind of called me like another Tyler Perry
Perry, right?
for
Okay,
what he
that's what
do.
it was. Yeah.
You know, I mean,
Mhm.
God knows I ain't got the money like that. But yeah, not yet. But
Yeah.
yeah, but I like his work. I like his work. I love his Medea plays, his Medea movie. I don't care what nobody say. I
Yeah.
love his work.
Yeah. He is. You know, he is great. And one thing I just saw that it was in Medea's witness program or protection, something like that.
Yeah,
It was alright. I liked it. You know,
yeah,
he just has this way of getting the message out without offending so
No,
much.
exactly.
You know, because he says it straight up, but the way he says it, I guess, you know, using Medea to
Yes.
say it, it doesn't come off, you know, but he says some things that, you know, that really people need to listen to and just pay attention.
Yes, yes. I gotta see Alice Cross. He starred in it.
Yeah, he's serious in
I
that.
gotta see that. That's my kind of movie. Seriousness. See, Sheree, she does the movie she does, which is great and everything. But Sheree knows me, right, Sheree? You know, I'm action. I'm action. Break your neck, slice your eye open, and then I'll talk to you. What a message.
So before we close out, yeah, before we close out, could you guys again you know, give out your information, and then we're going to close up with some more resources for those that are affected by Hurricane Sandy, and just get everybody prepared for the next. You know, we're having a snowstorm up here. I don't know if you knew about that, Sheree. Yeah.
A blizzard.
Back to back. Yeah, it's like a back to back. Great. And thank you for calling. Yes.
You're welcome, Sheree. No problem, you know.
Have a great day. You
All
too.
right, take care.
Bye. Yes, and Randy, what's the
Well, first I want to acknowledge my photographer, my camera guy, Akinelli Stevens. You could catch him on Facebook. Very professional photographer. Been doing it for like 20 years, or close to 20 years or so. He's actually videotaping us, got the light shining in our face. You know, the Hollywood thing in Harlem. You know, what we do out here.
yeah,
Well, just to give you some more resources, with the hurricane that hit, a lot of boroughs in New York got hit, and I just want to like read off a couple of places. Like first, I know Brooklyn got hit pretty hard, and I just want to read off a couple of places where some people can go in the areas that they live in to get like hot meals, to get like storage, to get clothing and stuff. You could try Faith Assemblies, and that's 1014-18 Gates Avenue. And that's Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. Also, you can try the First Baptist Church of Brownsville, 357 Chester Avenue. That's Tuesdays and Wednesdays, 9 a.m. to 1:30 p.m. And also, you can try Flatbush Reformed Church, 890 Flatbush Avenue. That's Saturdays between 1 p.m. and 2:30 p.m. And one other, Friendly Christian Church, and that's 569 Hart Street, Hart. Okay, and that's Wednesdays through Fridays, 12:30 p.m. to 1:30 p.m. And also you can Google City Harvest. Okay, they you probably saw the commercials on the television, and they talking about how victims who don't have no food or anything like that, and you can Google them and they can show you you can get some food or some clothing. And I want to commend all the military people and everybody that came out, mainly into Staten Island, that came out to help with the food and still helping out with people and everything like that. As far as my information, you could just go to Mega, www.youtube.com/Mega, MEGA, Randy Jones, or youtube.com/Randy Jones Films. You can also Facebook me or Randy Jones as well. For anybody out there that wants to do acting and wants to do any extra work, or you're a model, or somebody just getting started, or you may even say, hey, look, I would like to have you, Sheree, and Evil Law to come act in my film. Email me at actingtake1 at yahoo.com. That's ACTING, the number one, at yahoo.com. And randyjoe1 at gmail.com. And randyjonesbusiness at yahoo.com.
Yes, and that's also for people that would like to be an extra in the movie.
Exactly. And if you need a photographer, a professional photographer, you can contact me. I have my photographer right here in front of me, Akinelli Stevens,
Yes.
one of the best in the independent business, going higher. I mean, he take pictures for people like Janet Jackson and David Letterman. I'm not just saying that. You go on his Facebook page, you'll see it. Okay.
Yes. And that's not the Akinelli rapper. Actually, he's before. He's actually.
Well, I didn't even know about no Akinelli rapper. I just know Akinelli Stevens. I don't know about Akinelli rapper.
Yes,
you know.
he's way before Akinelli the rapper.
Okay, he's a good guy. He works
So-
hard.
Yes. Thank you all for tuning in today to Breaking New Grounds. I'm your host, Mercedes, and I'm signing out. And again, my condolences to all those that are affected, and I'm going to do my best every Monday to try to keep up with that and make sure everybody can get some type of resource from me. Thank you all for tuning in, and I'll see you next Monday.